Today we're going to take a look at text wraps in Illustrator CS5. Just so you know, there are much more versatile tools in InDesign for creating text wrap. There's a whole palette called text wrap just devoted to that. But they're still very possible to do in Illustrator, and we're going to take a look at this now. So as you can see, I have two columns of text here with two squares around which we're going to wrap the text. So the first thing you have to make sure to do is bring your shape to the front. The text has to be behind the shape. Watch this. I'm going to move my layers palette in here so you can see what I'm doing. The easiest way to select my orange shape, which is behind, is to find it in my layers palette and just click way off on the right, and it actually selects it. The blue square here means it's selected. So if I go Object, find the text wrap command down here and say Make, you can see that this blue square has appeared around my shape, but it hasn't affected the text. That's because it's behind the text. Let's see what happens if we drag this above here. Oh, there we go. So the square is above, so it actually affects the text. I'm just going to undo all of that, and I'm going to grab this square again and bring it up to the front before. Oops, I want to release that text wrap. So I'm going to go Object, Text Wrap, and Release. That's how you get rid of it. So there you go. We're back at the start, except that both of our shapes are in front. So something important to keep in mind is that the text wrap is a property of the shape and not of the text box. Some people grab the shape and the text and create their text wrap. Watch this. I'm going to grab both, this text frame and this orange box, and go Text Wrap, Make. And then I get this warning saying text wrap will wrap around all objects in the current selection, including type objects. So watch this. I say OK. Look, there's a text wrap on the text frame, which is unnecessary in this case. I don't want stuff to wrap around this whole text frame. So watch out when you do that. If you don't mean to do it, it can cause some weirdness in your layout. So let's undo that. I'm going to undo. So there, we're yet again back at the start. So all I'm going to do in this case, I make sure my shapes are in front. I'm going to grab the two squares if I want, go Object, Text Wrap, and Make. And that's the simplest way. There you go. So here, if I want to change the padding that's around this, this shape, all I need to do is go back to Object, Text Wrap, and go to the options here. So then that opens this dialog. I'm going to turn on the preview. And then you can see this is where it's less versatile than InDesign. InDesign has an offset for the top, bottom, left, and right. Here we only have one offset. If I invert it, by the way, it throws the text inside the box, which is kind of strange, and I don't think I've ever used it. And then we have a setting to push the text further away. That's the padding around the box. Okay, so you can set that to whatever you want. Again, I'm working in points, which is a better idea because they're smaller increments than in inches. And then, so I'll just say OK to that. And I can do this individually. I can change the padding on this one too. And then if I move my box around, the text just keeps on wrapping around it. So I don't have much choice about the kind of wrap like I do in InDesign, but at least this works. And again, the wrap is a property of the shape and not of the text. All right, so I hope this helps you out creating text wraps in Illustrator. Have fun.